Hello, good afternoon to everyone. Can you hear me? Great. So I guess we can wait a couple of minutes to another participants and start. So let's wait just a minute probably. Hope you are doing well today. So while we are waiting, I'll comment a little bit about the topic of today's webinar. Today we are going to start a series of webinars. We have about cloud call centers. And on this particular webinar, I'm going to cover general trends on the cloud call center market. And tomorrow, my colleague, Andrei, will show you how we are implementing them in our own software. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Elvira. I'm a business development manager for Latin America and Spain in Voximplant. I hope that many of you already know us, but in case if you don't, let me introduce who we are so that you know who is presenting today. We are experts in communications, and currently we're managing two product lines. The first line is Voximplant platform, which is a cloud communication platform as a service, which enables businesses to bring internet interaction at a different level by providing innovative real-time tools with full control of voice, video, and messaging. And another line is Voximplant Kit, which is a fast, easy-to-use cloud contact center, which allows you to automate your customer engagement with no code and no efforts. And apart from software, we also provide phone numbers for our customers, currently in more than 60 countries. And this year, we hope that our customers will carry out almost 1 billion calls with us, 1 billion minutes of calls with us. So before we start covering general trends, I'd like you to check the following case. I will read the case, and I would kindly ask you to remember all the information on this slide if it's possible. So you work for a company selling virtual credit cards. And as a product manager, you need to find a right contact center software for your company. Currently, you have 25 agents and 1 supervisor. Typically, the agents work 22 days a month, 8 hours per day, and they inform the customers on new products, promotions, and are responsible for renewals of the licenses. During COVID, the traffic of your contact center has increased from 150,000 outbound minutes and 50,000 inbound ones to 250 outbound and 70,000 inbound. Please be sure that the solution is secure, cost efficient, and helps you to increase the customer satisfaction. Feel free to ask me any questions to clarify the case. So once again, please check the case and if it's possible, answer 2 simple questions. The first one is, what are the main problems you need to solve as a project manager? And the second one, what are must-have features you'd like to see in your cloud contact center software? If you want, you can share them in chat. If you don't want, you can just remember them. And while we are going through the presentation, we'll discuss this case as well to see how we can implement the trends that we have today on the market. So I'd like to highlight 4 trends that we have in 2020, which seems more important and which seems more, let's say, affecting the way that we are doing business. The first of them is artificial intelligence. It is no longer innovation. AI is becoming an integral part of the modern business landscape, and call centers are no exception in this sense. In fact, 83% of businesses say AI is a strategic priority for them, and 54% of executives say that AI solutions have already increased the productivity of their companies. Also, we can see that the world is moving to cloud and the future is cloud-based. Generally, cloud was rapidly growing last years, and COVID has drastically accelerated this growth. At the same time, we can see the growth in digital transformation because customer interactions are no longer standalone activities, and customers are demanding a more comprehensive and consistent experience. This highlights the importance of unified communications and collaboration tools in supporting different workflows. And finally, omnichannel approach becomes a must. It's now what 89% of customers are expecting. And businesses that adopt omnichannel strategies achieve 91% greater year-over-year customer retention rates compared to businesses that don't. So let's check each point and each trend to give you more details and to see how we can implement these trends in our particular case. If we talk about artificial intelligence, the correct use of artificial intelligence can improve all parts of a business operation when done well. And I would say if done well, because it's very important to check how we are implementing AI so that it could bring us the correct results. American Express found that 78% of customers have not made an intended purchase because of poor service experience. And according to Forrester, the implementation of artificial intelligence can help us to increase our agent satisfaction up to 69%, our operational efficiency up to 68%, our agent productivity up to 66%, and our customer satisfaction up to 61%. And the purpose of AI in call centers is to make the process more streamlined, both for customers and call center agents. Many people often mistakenly think that the purpose of AI is to replace call center agents, but this is not the case. The case is to analyze which tasks we could give to voice bots and which tasks we could give to humans. We can use this simple logic as it's described on this slide, that we have typical tasks, we have expert level tasks, and we have a mix of them. So we can, for example, assign 60% of typical tasks to a voice bot. Obviously, expert level tasks will be handled by a human, and a mix of them we can distribute between human and voice bot. If we take the case with the virtual credit cards mentioned in the beginning, we can clearly use conversational IVR to verify the data of our customers, for example, and to carry out renewals of the licenses. But at the same time, it's better to assign sales activities to human agents. If we are distributing the tasks correctly, we are reducing costs, we are helping our agents to concentrate on the tasks requiring high qualification. We are avoiding the necessity to hire new people who don't have enough tasks to justify the investments. And finally, we are also improving our customer experience. Also, artificial intelligence can help us capture data from customer interactions, analyze this data, predict customer behavior, and generally improve self-service. Let's move forward. The next trend we are currently having is falling in love with the cloud. I would say that trend for a cloud-based products is not new. But COVID-19 has increased the demand because cloud-based call centers give brands the flexibility and also agility to serve more customers. And COVID-19 has shown us that we need to have a possibility to use this flexibility to work remotely, to control our employees remotely. It has also increased the demand for scalability. And by scalability, I mean both scale up and scale down, because customers are reacting on the situation, on the social situation, and in case if we have a new lockdown, obviously the customer engagement is decreasing. Then when the situation gets better, it's increasing again. So cloud-based products give us this unique chance both to scale up service and to scale down the service. And at the same time, we also need to deploy the product easily. And in this sense, cloud solutions are more efficient than on-premise ones. The concern of many companies is security, because a lot of companies feel more confident using on-premise products as they think that they have a full control of data. But in some sense, I would say that it's an illusion, because if you take, for example, a golden rule of backup, which is 3-to-1, when we need to have 3 copies of our data, production, and 2 backup copies on 2 different media with 1 copy offsite for disaster recovery, we understand that in case if you're not implementing this strategy, our data is at risk. And many cloud software vendors are already implementing strategies that are securing our data. For example, Voximplant infrastructure allows us to automatically deploy additional media servers in additional data centers in case of emergency. And this is also affecting the costs, because clients are comparing, let's say, the license fee of the software, but they completely forget about hardware price, about renewal licenses, about backup and disaster recovery pricing, about implementation pricing. And when we say that we don't have budget, we should check if we really don't have budget, or if all our budget is dedicated to the services mentioned above. So please make sure that you checked all the expenses before choosing the product, also all the hidden expenses. In case if we talk about call center software, we need to check from one side also the license fee, and from other side the telecom carrier part, which is in many cases also forgotten. Moving forward, we also need to mention digital transformation. And when we talk about digital transformation, we talk about unified communications. Unified communications is a business and marketing concept describing the integration of enterprise communication services such as instant messaging, such as voice, mobility features, audio, web and video conferencing, desktop sharing, data sharing, call control, and speech recognition. And to deliver consistent and comprehensive experience, the call center needs the combined efforts of other departments. Because of this, digital transformation strategy is obligatory. And digital transformation will continue to shape the modern business. Businesses need to install the most beneficial unified communication and collaboration tools. And what is very important, digital transformation also empowers omnichannel communication. And omnichannel communication is the next top trend we currently have. An omnichannel strategy combines website, email, ads, social networks, and also physical locations to show customers offers, products, and personalized message. If you talk about cloud call center or generally cloud call center software, obviously we can cover website, email, ads, social networks, and also voice. Omnichannel communication is the way to personalize customer experience, and modern customers like interacting with the brands anywhere, anytime, on any device. And implementing omnichannel approach helps customers navigate between multiple channels with ease. So businesses that adopt omnichannel strategies achieve 91% greater year-over-year customer retention rates compared to businesses that don't. And this is the fact that we need to take into consideration. Also, before implementing an omnichannel strategy, it would be great to make the 4-step checklist, which includes the following items. The first one is to create the buyer person, to take time to get to know the audience, to analyze the audience. As an example, we can, for example, take omnichannel shoppers, because they have a 30% higher lifetime value than those who shop using only one channel. And if we know this data, if we got this data with the help of analysis, in this case, we know that we need to put more efforts probably on this segment of audience. The second point is that we need to segment our audience, because once we know it, we need also to know what is the message we are delivering to, let's say, different segments of this audience. For example, if you take Generation Z, only 9.6% of Generation Z reports buying items in a physical store, which is considerably less than their older generations. And it means that we can use social networks. It means that we can use also let's say Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp to reach this audience and to make our messages more personalized. We need to prioritize channels to take advantage of the channels that give us the best results. What I have noticed in Latin America, for example, is significant growth of WhatsApp on the market. So a lot of companies are currently searching for WhatsApp integration, because many clients prefer to reach out the companies via WhatsApp, not via calls, but via WhatsApp messages. And finally, we need to invest in our customer service, apparently, because accompanying our customers in all possible phases gives us a huge advantage between our competitors. And here we can use also chatbots, switchboards, after-sales services. We can use click-to-call option when we put a button on our web page, allowing the customer to contact our contact center directly from the web page. And this helps us to enable omnichannel strategy, and omnichannel strategy is a key to customer experience. Of course, there are many more tools to be checked, such as self-service, no-code, advanced analytics, and on our tomorrow's webinar, Andre will cover this part. We'll cover the practical implementation of all these tools in Voximplant Kit. You are very welcome to participate. Please don't forget to set clear metrics before you are getting to use a free trial of any software, because one of the common mistakes we also see among our customers is that they start using the free trial, but they don't know what exactly they're expecting from the software. They don't have the clear understanding of the customers. They don't know what they want to receive as a result. What is, let's say, the basic demand from their side, what is the basic requirement from their side. So before setting up a requirement, before setting up a free trial, it's very important also to analyze the requirements you have within a company. And if you decide to check our product, you can leave us an email and we'll be very happy to prepare special recommendations for you, to prepare special recommendations on how to use our software so that you can reach out your goals. So basically that's all from my side. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. And thank you very much for your attention. I'm enabling my camera once again. I disabled it as it was distracting me a little bit. So if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer. So I have received a message from Ricardo. Ricardo, if you are not against, I will read it out loud. I need to make phone calls, SMS, and push notifications to our customers. I have two questions. Can I integrate Voximplant with AWS so that you can get the phone numbers of customers from a database to call instead of uploading a CVS file? And can I invoke the execution of a scenario in Voximplant when running a scheduled task on AWS? Ricardo, I'm not from technical side, so we'll write down this question. Generally, Voximplant, yes, allows to make integrations, and we can integrate Voximplant with third-party products, especially if they have API. But replying to the first question, yes, we can do this. Replying to the second question, I believe it would be better if our technicians could check your question to give you maybe a more detailed answer. If you don't mind, maybe you could leave us your details, and we would get back to you. Yes, I can see a message from my colleague. Tomorrow we'll have a technical webinar, and we can ask Andrei to cover this part. But generally, yes, we support different integrations via API. Thank you very much for your question. Currently, I can't see any additional questions. So I believe that's all from our side today. Tomorrow we will have a more detailed webinar. If you don't have a link, and I don't know if you can share the link to the tomorrow's webinar here, because I'm not sure that everyone has it. So if you want to do some practical exercises, I strongly advise you to register there, because there Andre will show the product, will show how to deploy this product basically in 20 minutes, no more. How to configure everything, how to integrate third-party solutions, and he would be able to answer all your technical questions, almost all your technical questions. So thank you very much. It was a pleasure to see you here, and have a great day. Bye-bye.